What's up? Inflatable enthusiast here, and today I have a really special review for you guys. This is the Gemmy 2003 8-foot tall air-blown inflatable Sam the Snowman. If you are into inflatable collecting like I am, you'll know that this is a holy grail inflatable for all collectors. I mean, this thing is amazing. It's super rare, too. Gemmy only made this 1 year in 2003, and it is one of the most sought-after inflatables that they ever made. They have not made a single other design of Sam the Snowman. There have been prototypes of inflatables with him, but they never released another design of him. There are knockoff designs from, I believe, Airflows and stuff like that, but Gemmy themselves have never remade this for 20 years. I got mine from Justin Johns. If you guys don't know him, he's a pretty popular guy in the inflatable community. Him and Riley Quinlan run the Gemmy Inflatable Fans 98 YouTube channel. They do separate displays, like they don't display on the same house, but they both contribute to that channel, I believe. And I've been watching that channel for years. I mean, I'm huge fans of both of them, so it was really cool that I got this from him because I actually knew who he was. I bought this off of him through PayPal and stuff like that. I sent him the money. I spent I spent a lot of money on this guy, but I did give him an offer and he did accept it. He was originally asking a lot of money for it, but I'm super glad he decreased the price on it because I ended up spending much less. And honestly, for the condition that this is in, I'm pretty happy for the money I spent. So, yeah. Anyways, it came with the original box, too, which is absolutely amazing. Having boxes for inflatables are actually, like, really important to me because I like to display my inflatable boxes, and it just makes the inflatable, like, just a whole lot cooler. And I hate storing my inflatables in plastic containers. It's just such a pain in the ass. This is so easy when you have its original box, and it's much cooler as well. And I apologize that I'm using the flash. The lighting in this room is really bad. I've never actually filmed in this room before, but it's kind of like, it's an extended porch off of my house, but it's covered, like it has, you know, it has a ceiling over it and windows and stuff. So, yeah, I didn't want to inflate this in the basement because the ceilings are too low. The ceilings, I believe, are 7.5 feet, and the garage is, like, humid as hell right now. It was, like, 95 degrees out today, so it's nice and cool in here. We got the air conditioner right there. It's beautifully, it's nice and, you know, it's nice and cool, so perfect to review this. And it's a nice big room, too. The ceilings, I believe, are 11 feet in here, so it'll be perfect for this. So anyways, here's the front of the box. You can see there, such an awesome classic box. I love this so much. Airborne inflatable logo, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. The top right here with the handle. It is a little dirty and beat up, but I'm glad that I have it in good shape. So here we go. Here's Sam the Snowman right there. There's the 1, 2, 3 setup. There's the back side, I guess you could say. 2003 Gemmy Industries. Then here's the side, if you wanted to display it like that. So yeah, super glad it came with the original box. That's like really important to me. This inflatable is so nostalgic to me. I never had this as a kid growing up, but I still consider this a childhood inflatable because I remember seeing it in videos and people's displays and always wanting it because I used to love Rudolph. I mean, Rudolph was probably my favorite, like, classic Christmas movie. And I used to love Sam the Snowman and stuff like that. Like, Sam the Bumble were, like, my two favorite characters from Rudolph. So, yeah, this is super special to me. I don't care that I paid a lot for this because, like I said, it's nostalgic and it's a childhood one that I've wanted for a long time. So, yeah, anyways, I have it all set up over here, so we just got to plug it in and inflate it. So, yeah, I have it all zipped up and everything. So, let's go. He does inflate very fast, too. He has one of those crappy original metal base fans, which I'll get to why I don't really like those in a little bit. The light also in his head came unstitched, like the string that holds up the light came unstitched. I'm going to fix that, you know, come Christmas, but as for right now, it's fine, just for the review. But yeah, the light was like dangling at the bottom of him, so I tied it up with one of the lights on the side, so it just wouldn't, you know, touch the fabric. Alrighty, so he's all done inflating, and here he is. He's in amazing condition. He inflates all the way. He inflates nice and tight. His arms both stay up great. He holds up his umbrella great, which is one of the first signs of these things thinning, is if the umbrella arm sags down, and it does a little bit compared to his other arm, but it's supposed to be like that. You can tell on the front of the box right here, it goes down a little bit from the other arm, so that's normal. But yeah, like I said, this thing inflates nice and tight, especially the head and stuff like that inflates really good. I did notice a few thin spots on the back, and originally I was really worried about this. Let me turn the flash off real quick. Actually, no, you can kind of see them right here. You can see that there's see-through spots. It's not entirely see-through, like it's not giant gaping holes of, you know, coating coming off, but there's just small little spots where you can see the lights. And I was originally really worried about these. Like when I first took this out, I was super pissed because my initial thought was that like it was really badly worn. But I actually talked to Justin Johns a little bit on Messenger, and he assured me that it would be fine. And he said, you know, if I ever have any issues with it, that I can contact him about that. So that was really nice. Super, you know, huge thanks to him for that, because I was really worried that this was going to be worn out, but it technically really isn't. I don't even feel air coming through, honestly. Most times with inflatables, if they're thinning, if you put your hand over like the spots where the fabric is see-through, you'll be able to feel air passing through. I actually don't feel any air coming through the fabric at all, meaning that there's still some sort of coating keeping the air from coming out, hence why, you know, he still inflates really tight. I mean, you really can't push on that. The fabric is soft, but it's not worn soft, like it's just classic fabric. It's not hard and crunchy like it is nowadays. And this side of the vest isn't see-through, it isn't thin, but this side has see-through spots. I should stop saying thin because it's not really worn. Like I said, I don't feel any air coming through. But when I initially took this out, like I said, I was really worried. But he assured me that everything would be fine, and if I ran into a problem with it, you know, outside when I actually get to using this thing, that he would help me fix it, which is really nice from him. So I'm super glad. You know, he told me that, because like I said, I was really scared when I first took this out. Yeah, you can see his face right here. I absolutely love this design. I mean, it looks so accurate to Sam. They did an absolutely incredible job on this design. It looks so good. You can see the holly up on his hat right there. It's the actual stuffed berries that they used to use. Like I said, the umbrella, it looks great. You can see the silver fabric right there on the tip of the umbrella. Looks awesome. And I like that this also inflates too. It's not just sewn on. There's actually air going through there, so it'll hold up really nicely. Yeah, like I said, really tight inflation, which is another reason why I was confused, because I was like, that's weird. Usually when inflatables are wearing out, they don't inflate super good, but you know, inflates really nice. You can see his collar goes all the way around here. It's a thin piece of white fabric. His little tie right here. This is the part, especially in the goatee. I always used to think that Sam the Snowman looked like Colonel Sanders. I always used to say that as a kid. But like I said, they absolutely nailed his facial design. And I apologize if I'm whispering. I'm recording this really late, so everyone in my house is asleep. But yeah, they nailed the design on his face, you know, and just everything, just the shape of his body, everything is awesome. So I'm gonna turn the flash off and turn off the lights, and we'll show you him in the dark. Alrighty, so here he is in the dark, and like I said, the light came out from his head, and I'm gonna have to re-sew that up there, but he inflates, I mean, not inflates, he lights up really, really good. Obviously, if the lights were in his head, he would light up better, but yeah, that's another thing that Gemmy used to do that I really hate how they stopped. They stopped putting lights like in the shoulders of inflatables. They only did that for a couple of years. I believe it was like 2001 through 2004 or 5. And nowadays they would just put a straight line sticking up. And honestly, this helps illuminate the arms a little bit, which I like better, and it helps, you know, distribute light more throughout the inside of the inflatable, and it just makes it light up much better. So yeah, I really wish that they would still do that, but you can see down here the zipper. It's not by the fan, there's no zipper by the fan, but there's this giant one right here on the back side. And yeah, this like I said, this has the original like metal super long base fan legs. These fans, I'll show you what it actually looks like. Actually, I'm not a big fan of those Gemmy fans, the original ones with like the black covering. Like they inflate the inflatable fast and tight, but as far as like power goes, they're not very powerful. They, like I said, they inflate fast and they inflate them tight, but I don't know why. Every inflatable I've had with that type of fan, typically when it gets really, really cold out, the fan starts to like give out from the cold temperatures, and I don't know why. Like for example, this past year with my original Homer, my 2002 Homer, the 8-foot one, on some days when it would be really, really cold out, the fan wouldn't even start up, and it would just be like, it would be muttering. It would be the fan would quite literally be frozen. So like halfway through the season, I literally had to tie him up to a tree because the fan would just give out. He wasn't wearing out or anything. It just, the fan was just lousy. So I have a newer Gemmy fan that I replaced in him for this year. So it won't actually give out from the cold temperatures, because the newer Gemmy fans tend to not do that because they just seem to be built better, I guess you could say. So hopefully I don't run into that issue with this guy. Like I said, I was really worried with the cracks on the back on the coating that, you know, the weather and like the elements and stuff were gonna make this guy worse. But like I said, Justin Johns was really nice and very professional about it, and he said that if there's any issues I have with it, that I could contact him and he would help me fix it. So that really that made me feel better about this, because I was really worried that the thin spots might get worse. And there's a chance that they could, there's a chance that they won't. So I'm praying that they don't get worse, because I really hope I have this guy for a long time, because this one is really special to me, and this thing is insanely rare, and I don't think if I got rid of this I would get a new one. So yeah, anyways, I'll go turn the lights back on now. Alrighty, so that'll pretty much do it for this review. Like I said, super happy to own this guy. I was just really worried when I first saw those thin cracks, but like I said before in my videos, I live in a colder climate, and in the winter it does not get warm enough to thin out inflatables. Typically the highest temperatures we have from like December through February, typically it's like in the 20s and 30s all throughout December, and then in January it drops into like the teens and the 10s. So yeah, I was really worried that this is gonna wear out, but hopefully it won't. I don't think it should. Those spots are very minor, and I don't feel any air going through, and the entire rest of this inflatable is absolutely perfect. So yeah, but definitely stay tuned. I have a few more classics coming in the next couple days, next couple weeks, I guess you could say. So yeah, super happy to own this. Huge thanks to the seller for accepting my offer price and, you know, helping me with it in case I have any issues with it. So yeah, but anyways, that'll do it for this review. I'm the Inflatable Enthusiast, and I'll see you guys next time.